Michelle here. We've got Bethany with us today. Thank you for joining us for a fantastic, fabulous fit flow. I just wanted to add some more F's in there. My last name's Faerber. Grab your mat and come on down. We're actually going to start with a wonderful warm-up on all fours, so go ahead and join us as we get started. So as we come into all fours for some cat-cows, just make sure to spread those fingertips nice and wide, wrists directly underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, feet flat to the floor here. We're going to inhale, draw that spine up towards the ceiling here. Just want you to imagine a line, a fishing line from the ceiling to your spine. Tuck the toes under, and you're going to pull that belly down to the floor here as you take your gaze up. And we're just going to follow our breath. We're going to flatten our feet. Inhale, tuck that belly button all the way up to the spine as high as you can, drawing that spine up to the ceiling or the sky. Tuck the toes under, exhale. And you might be with us, you might not. Follow your own breath here. Flatten the feet, inhale as we come up. As you draw that spine to the ceiling, just imagine drawing the shoulder blades down to your hips. Tuck the toes under. Just get a nice spinal stretch here as you take your gaze up and come into cow. Inhale. Exhale. You can hear Bethany's wonderful breath there. That just helps the blood get warm, helps all our muscles to start to feel that we're about to move. This is your first workout of the day. Let's do one more each. Inhale. We just want to make sure to send that message to every part of our body. Last cow here. Tuck the toes under. And really just press into all four corners of your palms here. So now we're going to come into a neutral stance here. We're actually going to open the knees nice and wide, toes together. We're going to come into a nice child pose here, hips to heels. Just walk your hands out as far as you can. Okay? You can drop the forearms down to the floor if you'd like. Rest your forehead down. Just going to warm up here. You can massage your forehead and move from side to side. If you're too far out and your hips are coming up to the sky so that your arms can go farther, I actually want you to walk your hands back. What's most important here is that hips to heels to get a nice round stretch in the bottom half of our body here. So now we're going to take this child's pose into a twist. So you're going to take your back arm so that you're facing us, and you're going to thread that arm through underneath that front arm here, and just drop the side of your head down to the mat here. Drop that arm back down. And just breathe here. I want us to take one big inhale. And then exhale, just feel your belly squeezing out all the air and just get a little deeper into that shoulder stretch there. Hips to heels here. It is temptation to want to lift the hips all the way to the ceiling. We're going to slowly come on out of that. We're going to do that the other way. So you might be facing away from us, but you want to take the front arm now and just thread it through the arm. Again, relaxing the elbow and the forearm to the floor here. And the side of your head. Just breathe, sending your breath down to your hips. Just getting our mind and our body ready to feel an invigorating, fit workout here. Just feel that stretch in your shoulder. And we're going to come on out of that nice and slow. And as we come on out, just come on back up to all fours here. We're going to come into a nice lunge twist. So you're going to take that front leg here, and you're going to bring it up to the front edge of your mat here. And so first things first, I just want you to take account of where your body is. Knee directly over ankle here. You can go ahead and move a little bit here. Just warm up the hip. You should feel that right in there. And your back leg here can stay right here, or if you want a little bit more of a lunge, just walk that leg back just a tiny bit here. Just move, rock back and forth. Can you draw a little bit of circle here, just warming up the hip. And then I want you to pull that belly button into spine, straighten the spine, roll the shoulders back and down. Your fingertips should be nice and light. If you look down and your fingers or your knuckles are white, it's too much of a grip on the mat and your shoulders are taking a big brunt. We want to warm up here. Nice and even. Just spread the toes. We're going to take this lunge into a nice twist here. You're going to take this back arm. You're going to wrap it around your front knee here. And you can stay right here if this feels good. Or you can extend that back arm all the way back here. If you want even a little bit more, take the elbow down outside your knee here and just touch that front shoulder. Just keep breathing here. Nice straight spine. We don't want to lose the spine here. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come out of that nice and gentle. We're going to switch legs. So back to all fours. And now we're going to send the opposite leg forward here. Again, as big of a lunge as is comfortable and get you warm here. So we're just going to go through this one just a tiny bit quicker. Just move forward and back a bit. Draw a tiny little circle here with your tailbone right around. Just kind of open up the hip a little bit more. And then when we come back into position, roll the shoulders back and down, fingertips barely touching the mat or light. Knee over ankle here. And then we're going to exhale big. And when we exhale, let's go ahead and take that twist. So take the arm, opposite arm, over outside the knee here. Again, you can stay right here with both hands, right outside the leg. Or you can extend the arm with Bethany. And then again, a little bit more, take the elbow outside the knee here, touch the shoulder if you'd like, with arm extension or not. Keep breathing. All right, let's go ahead and come out of that nice and slow here. Now we're going to come into our first downward facing dog. So coming from all fours, I want you to tuck your toes under, walk your hands as close to the front edge of your mat as possible. Take your hips to heels and lift the hips up to the sky. Just breathe in here and just move around in your downward facing dog right now. Position your arms nice and straight. You can walk the dog here, heel up, heel down, one heel up, one heel down. Let's just get comfortable. You want to make sure that you're creating a beautiful V here with your body. Tailbone is to the sky here. Now we're going to take some heel reaches and come into a bit of a twist in our downward facing dog. So you're going to first take that back arm and you're going to try to reach back to your heel. If that happens, wonderful for you. Just take a deep breath here. And then we're going to come to the other one here. Take the opposite arm right outside the heel. You can do this on your knees as well. Let's do one more each side. And you can come down with your knees if you'd like. Just pressing into all four corners of your palms, other side. And you're going to drop down to your knees. And let's just hold right in here. So from your downward facing dog, down to your knees, shoulders over wrists. You can stay on your toes if you like. Squeeze the elbows in and we're going to lower all the way down to the floor. And we're going to come into our Sphinx. So I want you to walk out your forearms right in front of you here, resting on the forearms, fingers nice and wide. And you're going to lift your chest ever so slightly. Lift your gaze so that your head is in line with your spine, your neck is in line with your spine, and you're going to take your gaze over towards us, your one shoulder, and over the opposite shoulder. Beautiful. Come back center here, and we're going to find our downward facing dog one more time. So walk the hands back right underneath your shoulders, lift on up, tuck the toes under, walk the hands out in front of you, and lift that tailbone up and away. Just kind of massage your neck here. You can look from side to side. Spread your hands nice and wide. Press into all four corners. Shake your head no. I'm not going to quit today. No to the lies that you can't finish this. And then shake your head yes. I am here. I am strong. I am happy. All right, we're going to take those heel reaches one more time. So front arm to back heel. Again, you can do this on your knees. And switch it out. Back arm to front heel. One more time each side. Now let's just stay one more second here in this downward facing dog. Walk the dog out here. And try to press those heels down as close to your mat as you can, pressing your forehead back towards your toes and down to your knees into all fours. Now, we're going to stay in here at all fours for our next warm-up. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips here. And we're going to come to some leg kicks and warm up our glutes and our hamstrings and our quads here. So you're going to take your front leg here, and you're just going to lift it up, hip height to the sky here. Bring it back in. Inhale, lift, squeeze the glute, exhale in. Inhale, lift, exhale in. One more on this side. Press into all four corners of your palm. Gently reset and come to the other leg here. Inhale, lift that leg, squeeze the glute. Exhale, bring it back down. We're not going any higher than the hip here. We're warming up. 2 more. And last one. Hips to heels here. One last big stretch. And we're going to come forward and we're going to walk it up. Come on up. Bringing your feet to forward fold here. We're going to take 2 big breaths here and just hang. Tuck that belly button in the spine. If you have a knee bend, just go ahead and hang here. Let your fingertips hang to the floor. Nice and warm. Y'all feel that blood? Feel a little warm. We're going to slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae into a mountain here. Roll the shoulders back and down. Good job. We made it to the warm-up. Arms overhead here. Just a tiny little baby back bend. It's tiny. Squeeze the glutes and just take your gaze across the ceiling here or the sky just a little bit as we warm up. Now we're going to come straight into sun salutations. So inhale, pull that belly button to spine, take a long reach, shoulders down. Exhale, arms out to the side as we fold forward. Again, if you have a deep bend in your knees, stay here. And hands to shins, flat back. All the way down to the floor. You're going to take your front leg back to lunge. Left leg back to meet it into downward facing dog. Tailbone up to the sky here. Now I want you to concentrate here on your arms. Make sure that biceps are brushing the ears and that you're taking your forehead and your nose almost to meet your toes back there to get the ears in alignment. Pull that belly button in. Tuck it in here. Now we're going to come to a plank here. Knees or toes. Shoulders under wrists, squeeze the elbows as you come all the way down to the floor here. And you can stay here in cobra or press on up to upward facing dog here. Squeeze the glutes, lift the knees if you like, tuck the toes under, and downward facing dog. Take your gaze in between your hands here and you're going to walk it up to forward fold. Now we're going to take that a little bit quicker. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms out to the side, all the way to forward fold, tuck the belly in. Hands to shins, flat back. Back down to forward fold. This time your back leg goes first to lunge. And front leg to meet it. Now knees or toes, move it into plank, shoulders move over wrists, squeeze the glutes, elbows in, all the way down, nice and slow. Upward facing dog, and back to downward facing dog. Now, this fit flow is going to be a little heavy on the wrists here. So if you want for this next 2 rounds, take your gaze up, walk up to forward fold. You can stay on the toes with Bethany or come to the knees with me. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, come on down to forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Front leg back to lunge. Left leg back to meet it into downward dog here. Now if you're already feeling the wrists, inhale to plank, knees or toes. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog here. Tuck the toes under and downward facing dog. If you're feeling that wrist, we've got 1 more to go. Now you can walk or jump to forward fold. I want you to stay in cat-cows if you need. Inhale, arms up overhead. Or knees. Take what you need, forward fold, to save your wrist and get the best results out of this workout. Flat back, forward fold. Last time. Back leg to lunge, front leg to meet it, and downward facing dog, tailbone up. Into plank, knees or toes, cat-cows if you need to, all the way down. And upward facing dog. Tuck the toes under and downward facing dog. Beautiful. Y'all feel nice and warm?
Yep.
Walk or jump to forward fold. And inhale one last time up to mountain. Take a tiny back bend here. Squeeze the glutes, belly button to spine. And exhale. Hands to heart center.
job, you guys. Thank you, Michelle. All right, let's add some warriors in. So we're going to take that left foot and step it out, setting up our warrior one. So ground into that back heel, lift the back arch. Straighten the back leg, bend the front knee, square the hips and chest, raise the arms overhead. Clasp those hands. We're going to open up into a bit of a back bend here. Michelle warmed our buddies up really well, so we're going right into it. Squeeze your butt. Lift your gaze. On an inhale, release those hands. Clasp with the lower back. Give the shoulders a roll back and down as you push the hands to the floor. Pull your belly in so you're supported from your core. Now we're going to tip forward from the hip. I don't know if you can see this in the camera. My cute little cat is right here asking for breakfast. All right, keep straightening that back leg. Push the arms to the sky, just as much as your shoulders are comfortable with. So pay attention here to how your body feels. Grounding, going to three-legged dog. So pick up the back heel. You're going to take that left leg, send it up and back. You can drop to knees here if you want to. You don't have to be on your toes. Now we're going to shift that forward, back into our lunge. Come to the front edge of the mat, into fold, and rise. And let's do that on the other side. So you're going to take that left foot, you're going to lunge it back. Inhale, arms up. Bend that front knee, straighten that back leg, clasp, and open. Big inhale here. Exhale to sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, release and clasp. Exhale, press to the floor, open up, core engaged. Into what's called a humble warrior. I love the name of this one. Bowing ourselves forward. Lifting those arms to the sky, relaxing the top of the shoulders. Taking whatever feels good in your shoulders today. Release into that lunge, pick up that back heel. Let's take this front leg up and back to three-legged dog. I'll show it to you on all fours. Right here. Opening that hip up. Bring it forward, back into our lunge, into fold. Find the flow, inhale, rise. Exhale, right leg steps back. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, clasp. Exhale, open. You guys are doing awesome. Inhale, tip forward. Exhale, see if you can get that shoulder a little closer to the knee. Inhale into lunge, pick up that back heel. Back leg lifts to three-legged dog. Swing it back through the lunge as you take your gaze forward. Into fold. One more time on the other side. Rising. Hands to heart center. Left leg, take it back. Open up. How's the body feeling? How do the shoulders feel here? Are your glutes engaged? Release and clasp. Open. Open your heart. Physically, metaphorically, spiritually, right into our humble warrior. Release to your lunge. Front leg lunges. Three-legged dog. Knees or toes. Nope. Knees or down dog. Bring it forward. Lunge. Step forward to fold. And rise up. Good work. Now I'm going to face you guys for this next sequence. Michelle's going to stay sideways so you can see both angles. Moving into our hips, starting with those hip circles. Ground into that left foot. We're going to lift the right leg and just circle around that hip. So just make them as large as you're comfortable with. It should feel nice and smooth. So if it feels jerky or clicky, take some of the motion out, like make it smaller. There's my words. And let's switch directions. Stand up nice and tall. These hip challenges are also going to be our balance as well. Shift the weight. Other side. I feel like balance is really hard first thing in the morning, right when you wake up. Yes, that's now for us. Or late at night. Switch directions. I used to teach a class that's from 7 to 8:15. And balance was so hard. And people were falling asleep at the end when we laid on the floor. It was awesome. All right, shifting the weight back into that left foot. We're going to come into some runners here. So we're going to take that leg back with runner's arms, bend forward, and then lift it up and bring it forward. So this is almost more of like what you would see in a cardio. So this is part of our fusion, but we're taking it slower. Doing some of these moves without our shoes on is pretty cool because you can feel your toes and the bottom of your foot gripping the earth as you move. Have we done 5? That was about 5. I think we've got one more. All right. Now we're going to add on to this. We're going to take this foot into a side lunge. You get to tap off, press off the floor, see if you can balance, and take the leg back. Now at any time during this, if you need to tap on the floor, you can. So you can take a tap everywhere to make yourself stay steady. And the more you do this sequence, the better you're going to get. And you won't have to use that tap quite as much. Last one. All right, now this next one, we're going to hold it back. We're going to move right into a warrior 3. So extend your fingertips to back wall, square your little hip bones, bend the standing leg, and send the extended leg up and back towards the sky. Good, now tap down in the middle. If you need to, you can roll out that left leg, or you can come right in to a knee lift. Standing up nice and tall. So we want to bring our knee to our chest, not our chest to our knee. So our spine is still nice and long. Ready to open it up? Inhale, open. The cat just ran away. Exhale, steady yourself so you're not leaning to the side. Stay stacked. Want to try to straighten that leg? Woo. And release. Good job. Let's do that on the other side. Give those hips a little shake and take it back into that runners and forward. This is my hard side, y'all. Is this your hard side too, Michelle?
Yeah.
So yeah, just pay attention. In most poses, one side of your body is going to feel so different than the other. That's where we really have to use that mindfulness. Smile, relax your face, and just don't get frustrated if you fall over. Just stand back up, take an option. All right, let's take it out to the side for the next 5. Out and up and back. So use the floor if you need to. It's all good. I am. This is funny. I want to say more, but I might fall over if I do.
Yeah.
So here we go. Last one. All right, we're going to hold back in that runners this time. Rotate into that warrior 3, so tap that toe down if you need to. Hips are square. You're ready to lift the leg? Here we go. Take that rest if you need to. Steady your gaze again, maybe roll out your ankles, and then join us in the knee lift. Nice proud chest. Rolling the shoulders. When you're ready, inhale, open the leg away. Exhale, settle into it. Don't lean, stay tall. And if you can, straighten that leg out. Good work. Take it in. Give those legs a little shake, kind of move from side to side. And we're going to come into a nice low squat. So Michelle's going to stay sideways again because we're going to go into what's called a crow, so you'll get to see that side angle. So as you come down, you can stay nice and high, kind of like a sumo squat. You're going to pull your belly in, tuck your tailbone, sink on in. If it feels okay, you're going to come even lower. You might need to walk your heels in. And you can take your elbows, press into the inside of the knees, and sink yourself on down, really pressing into the hands here. Wherever we're at, we're going to open up our arms. So you're going to take the left hand to the floor, the right arm to the sky. Should feel great on those shoulders. And then release. Let's open up the other side. Inhale, exhale, open the knees up a little bit more. So from here, we're going to try what's called a crow pose. This is an arm balance. So you're going to put your hands in front of you. They're going to become your feet. You're going to walk your feet in a little bit. You're going to lift up onto your heels, shift your weight forward really far so that your knee comes above your elbow and shift your weight forward. Now you can go with Michelle and try to lift one toe, maybe 2, or maybe try to balance both toes together. If you've had enough, you can stay here with me, or you can lift up into some stars here as other people practice that crow. Whenever you're done with crow, come on out, roll your wrists out, or come up with me. And we're going to have another chance to try that. So this is a big one, tons of patience here. Just have fun with it. I've been practicing crow for probably 6 years now, and it's one of the hardest things for me. And I still can't get my toes off the floor, but that's all right. It's about the journey along the way. So lift the knees really high. We're pressing the inside of the knee above the elbow. Shift that weight forward. Maybe this time you can try to pick up one toe. See how that feels. Maybe pick up the other. Your gaze is in front of your fingertips. Don't look behind you. It'll make you fall forward. You can stay there, keep practicing, keep holding, or come on up with me for a star on each side. You guys are doing awesome. And if you haven't come out of it already, go ahead and come out. You can give those wrists a roll. We're going to move on to some core Pilates. So making our way down into a hover, we're going to give those wrists a break. Elbows under shoulders. Make a fist. Press into your forearms. Take the belly button off the floor. And if that feels good, take the top of your knees off the floor. And if you want a little more, you can lift the knees without the hips moving. Now we're going to take the legs straight out for 10. 10, other side. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Walk up to your hover, knees or toes. Walk up to your plank from your hover. We're going to do the same thing here for 10, 9. Count for me, Michelle. You want to try to keep everything nice and still. Don't let your butt come up. Feel the strength in your arms. Feel the strength in your abs. 2, 1. Good job. Back into a child's pose. Ooh. And up and over for those obliques into a sideline bicycle crunch. So we're going to lay down on our side. You're going to bring your hand right to your temple. Now you're going to roll back so you're not on your hip. You're kind of on the meaty part. Your belly button is facing right towards the floor. Now we're going to extend those legs out. And as we come up, we're going to squeeze it in like a bicycle. As we come down, the bottom leg comes in. So up and down. Count it out for me again, Michelle. 10 here. As you come up, don't press into this arm. Think about the top rib going towards the bottom hip as you lift up. 5, 4, squeeze. 3, 2, and last one. Good work. Let's roll it over kind of quickly to the other side. We know where we're going. Arm extends straight out from the shoulder. Fingertips to temples. Crunch up and lift. So as you fatigue, the temptation to press into that hand gets really big. And we take the work out of the oblique muscles. So feel it right here in the side of the body. Where are we at, Michelle? 2 and 1. Good work. Let's roll on over onto our bellies. We're going to press up onto all fours for a few pointers. So you're going to take that front leg, you're going to extend it straight back, and then you're going to bring knee to nose and extend. Count these out for me, 10 of them. As you extend, make sure the leg goes no higher than the hip. The core stays engaged. And just make sure the belly and the chest aren't dropping forward. You want a nice long spine. We almost to 10? 5, 4, 3, 2, now 1. Hold it out, point your toe, and draw little circles, either direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg out. If you can, extend the opposite arm. Now we're going to take that arm and leg away from our body without letting the hips twist too much, and just hold it. Hold it out there. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, good job. Other side. So reset. If you need to, you can make a fist. Might help your wrists a little bit. Too much pain, just back off. Roll the wrist out. Knee in and extend. 9, 8, 7. Now we're warm, right? Yeah. 6, 5. Use that breath. 4. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Last 2. And let's find those little circles. Take it out. Point the toe. Hips are nice and steady. Which direction can you control it? And go the fastest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can, extend the opposite arm. You don't have to. We're going to take arm and leg away. Steady. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Sit up to thunderbolt. So sinking back, roll out the wrists. Beautiful work. We're going to come into a forward fold. Stretch out our hamstrings a little bit more. So make your way into your forward fold. Get a little space in between your feet. Woo, pull your belly in. Yeah, send that tailbone up and back. Lay yourself long over the legs. Tuck the chin, top of the head to the floor. Play around with your feet here. Really move them around. Feel that weight distribution nice and easy. Nice and even. Get deep into your fold, wherever you're at. Hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, release into that fold. Hands to prayer, sink back into a chair pose here. One last little twist before we finish. So you're going to rotate towards us. If you can, hook the elbow over the knee and then look back, get your knees nice and even again. Push those prayer hands together to rotate a little bit more. Beautiful twist in that thoracic spine. Inhale, center. Exhale. Other way. Get those knees even. Press the hands together. Sink the hips back. Inhale, center. Last exhale to sink the hips back. Inhale, rise. And you can just stay here, mountain, or find that baby back bend if it feels good. Release hands to heart center. Good job, guys. You did it. So thankful for you. We'll see you next time on My Kind of Fit.